The most prestigious scholarship to study in Japan with the Japanese government scholarship is the MEXT Scholarship. So you might have already known that there are two application process for the MEXT Scholarship. One is the embassy track or embassy recommendation, and another is university recommendation or university track. In this video I will focus mainly on the university track application, because there are not that much informative videos on YouTube about the university track. So as I had a brief study or research on the MEXT Scholarship, because I was also trying to go to Japan with this MEXT Scholarship, so that's why I thought like I can make a video on university track MEXT Scholarship application process and timeline and guideline, all these things, because it's going to start very soon. It's August now, and the process will begin from now, you can say, and finally the selection process and all these things will start from November to December. So you will get 3 months or something like that. So this is actually an excellent government scholarship. You will get monthly living allowance for of 1,43,000 yen to 1,45,000 yen, and also it's a full funded government scholarship, so you need not pay any education fees, and also you will get down tip, airfare, so many things. And also there's another excellent thing, that you will get financial support throughout the scholarship process. That means if you maintain a good CGPA while you study, you will get more supports from the universities actually. So however, let's go further. This is Japan. Whenever you think of Japan, this kind of excellent scenarios come to our mind. So, and with the MEXT Scholarship, every year 8,000 to 9,000 students go to study in Japan, and this scholarship is given to students of more than 150 countries. So it's around 160 countries students get this scholarship. So it's a huge opportunity for all the scholarship seekers worldwide. And here I am Rajesh Roy, studying in Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. So you are connected with me through this channel, YouTube channel, Career, Character and Abroad. And if this video is helpful to you, then I'd like to like, and if you feel the channel informative, then subscribe would be very much appreciated. So however, let's go to the full process. So let me give you an overview of the MEXT Scholarship. So it's actually a Japanese government scholarship given by the Ministry of Education, Culture and all these things. And you can see that what kind of students they and what kind of scholarships they provide. So they not only provide scholarship, MEXT Scholarship to the research students, which actually indicate the masters and PhD students. So they also provide scholarship to the undergraduate students, teacher training students, Japanese studies students, College of Technology students, and specialized training college students. And furthermore, they give young leaders program students. And you look, so these students actually get the higher monthly stipend, the most monthly stipend they get. And the undergraduate students, they get 1,70,000 per month, and for the PhD and master students, they get around 1,43,000 to 1,45,000. So all the details are given here. So I was watching a video before making this video. So a famous YouTuber, he said that the undergraduate students do not get the chance to apply through the university recommendation or university track, but that was a information, that was wrong completely. You can see that even through university recommendation, undergraduate students can apply. So all these things are given here. And furthermore, there are two excellent things which you will come to learn from this point. One is the eligibility. So for the research students, you must be under 35 years, and this kind of things needs to be there. Teacher training students 35, undergraduate students under 25, Japanese students 18 to 29 years, college of it's 25, and education for 11 years of school you need to have. And this kind of things, young leaders program, so this is highest of 40 years of age people can get this. And examinations required for the embassy recommendation. So here comes a very important information. So you might have think that to face the embassy you need to prepare for mathematics, physics, chemistry, all these things, and biology also. But here is it's important. Only the undergraduate students, they need to appear for Japanese, English, mathematics, and science. And for science, you can choose any of the three. You can choose physics, chemistry. These two can be sufficient for you, or if you think like chemistry and biology or physics and chemistry, those two are also good for you. So this is, and the research students, they need not face the mathematics and science exams. So they need to face only Japanese and English, these two languages actually. And other also Japanese studies students only need to face Japanese teachers training and all these things. So you will get a good overview from here, and your lots of confusion will be cleared from here. So this was a basic overview of the MEXT Scholarship, and let's go a little bit deeper. So as I already mentioned you, that in this video I will focus basically on the university track, but not only the university track, you will also come to know about the embassy recommendation or embassy track MEXT Scholarship. So I am here on the University of Tsukuba MEXT Scholarship circular. So we will get all the information as completely official and exact. Okay, so there are some information given. So this is basically for the 2027, but for the next year and the previous year, all these things remain almost the same. So you need not worry that much if you are watching it late. Okay, I will share this link also in the description box, so you can get it from there. Check my description box of this video and look at the benefits as I discussed about it a little bit earlier. So full tuition fee waiver, you will get monthly living allowance, you will get round trip airfare, financial support as I mentioned. So if you have satisfactory academic progress, so you will get additional financial support. So there's it's an excellent thing actually. And who can apply? Look, undergraduate students, research students, masters, doctoral, teacher training students, all this kind of students can apply. And here come be more focused, and I'd like to request you to have pen and paper with you so that you can note down some important points. So for next embassy recommendation, so you need to go through some examinations. Okay, just go through this. I'm not discussing all these points because otherwise the video will be longer. So you need to have written examinations in Japanese embassy in your country. Then they will have document verification. Then if these two things go well, then they may call you for personal interview. So if you pass the personal interview, they are satisfied with you, then that means you have completed the first screening. Okay, so let's check the timeline. Every year, generally from April to July, the circular is given through the High Commission or embassy, Japanese embassy in your country. So you can check your education ministry or High Commission, your education minister, all these kind of things. So there you will find the circular, and I'll also share the link of the embassy in your country, so how you can check if that circular has been given or not. So I made a video on embassy track application this year around April to May. So that was on Bengali actually, however. So let's check the timeline. So from April to July, the circular will be given. So embassy will application open for the application. Then within July, first screening will be completed. Then if you are selected, then you need to request for provisional acceptance. So you will request apply to the universities. You will get, if you are selected, then you will get the chance to select lots of universities. I don't know how many universities they allow. In ICCR they allow 5 universities to choose. So you will request for provisional acceptance. Then university will review. So it will be from July to August, and then August to October the universities will review your applications, and then if you are selected by the universities, so then you need to submit the acceptance letter to the High Commission or MEXT actually. Then MEXT will do the second screening. So it will be generally from November, around November to December or something like that. Then if you are selected at this stage, then you are selected for the final scholarship, and the final scholarship result will be published on January to March. And then if you are lucky, you can get arrival in Japan by April, or it may take September to October. So that's the overall timeline. So don't be hopeless. Generally all the university acceptance and scholarships take a little bit time. So you need to have 6 months to 1 year of timeline. So whenever you are starting for higher studies abroad, so you need to have this time frame, whatever scholarship you are thinking of. If you're lucky, you can get it within 7 to 8 months, but generally it takes 1 year. For lots of people it takes 1.5 year or 2 years, but try to get it done within 1 year. Okay, so now let's come to the university recommendation. I will discuss briefly on this. Be focused. So the university recommendation route differs considerably from the embassy recommendation. So this is completely different, and applicants needs to begin the process contacting a professor whose research closely matches their proposed study topic. Okay, so you need to contact a professor of that university, and you need to check which university gives MEXT scholarship. Okay, so we are in the website of Tsukuba University, so they can offer MEXT scholarship through university recommendation. Not all the universities of Japan get this kind of privilege. Only top institutes, like I can discuss about Tokyo University. So Tokyo University also have the authority to give MEXT scholarship through university recommendation. So you can check, and how you can check what other universities, if they provide MEXT scholarship through university recommendation or not. So you need to search for the top institutes, and then you need to go to their website, and or you can do what, search university name and then MEXT university recommendation. Okay, so then if MEXT scholarship is available for those universities, then that means those universities have the authority to give MEXT university recommendation. Okay, so this is the secret. So you need to search in this way, and then under those universities you need to check different departments, and then professor, you will get the name of the professors. So you need to check their research interest. So then after searching for the research interest, then you need to mail them and how you should mail them. So these guidelines are also given here. So how you can do it, should carefully identify faculty members conducting research related to their academic interests. So the same thing I have already told you. When contacting a professor, applicants should explain their educational background, current qualifications, proposed research topic, why the professor's research is relevant, intended degree program, interest in applying through the MEXT university recommendation. Okay, so you need to connect your research interest or your research area with the professor that you are trying to work with. So you need to connect, and connecting is a very high skill. It's an excellent skill. So if you can connect things, then that means you have a very high skill of building network and communities. Okay, and then what you need to do, applicants should also attach a concise curriculum vitae. Okay, so you need to prepare an excellent CV and then a well prepared research proposal. These two will be very much vital for you to get MEXT scholarship. Okay, so just mind it. I don't want to focus it again, but mind it. These two will be very much vital. And then sending personalized thoughtful emails is far more effective than sending identical message to multiple professors. So this will create a very negative impression about you if you send a same kind of email to lots of professors, because you are applying to professors of the same field. So they mind it, they know each other and they have conversations, they have connections among themselves. So if you send several professors same kind of mail, then it will create a bad impression on you. So don't do that. And just before mailing any professor, have a thorough study or research on him, that what are the fields that he is working on, then email him accordingly. Okay, so this will add high value to your email. And how to make a good email, professional email, so I may make a video on it. So if you're interested, then you can comment on the comment section that I want how to write a good email or professional email, so that I can later think of making video on proper email writing. Okay, because I get lots of emails in my institute email. I don't read all those emails. And imagine a professor. So a professor gets hundreds of emails a day. So your subject line will be very crucial if you will have interest on reading your email or not. So if it doesn't show interest, then writing any kind of email is in vain. Okay, so it's useless actually. So be precious, very precise writing that email. And university internal selection. So now the timeline and selection process, this they have also given a guideline. So let me discuss about the timeline first. So November to December, you need to contact professor and prepare your application, and then university internal screening. So what will happen? So if the professor is convinced that he wants to supervise you, then he recommends your name to the university, and then university goes for some screening. Okay, that not all the students will be nominated for the scholarship. So they will screen, the universities will screen. Okay, so they will do the screening between January to February, and then some top students will get nomination to the MEXT. And the MEXT, actually the Ministry of Education and Sports, Culture, all these things, they actually hold the final authorization to give or select the scholarship, to whom they will give the scholarship. Okay, so there's excellent secret is there. So you need to also select a powerful professor. Okay, so that if he selects you, if he is agreed to supervise you, then you will also be accepted by the university nomination also. They will do the screening and they will also add you. So there are some tricks. So how you can do this, maybe I'll discuss about these things later. So finally, the final scholarship announcement will be around June. So from November to June, you are confirmed that I have got the scholarship. So it's taking 7 months, and you will land in Japan by October 2027. So that's the university recommendation timeline. So it seems a bit complicated, but timeline is a little bit short. So however, so now there comes some important discussions. So it's extremely competitive, and all the situation processes, selections, they are highly competitive. So you should read all these things, because discussing all these things will make the video very longer, and this kind of things there are discussed. So I suggest you to read all these things. I will share this link also, you will get it on my description box of the video. And now comes another important point: embassy recommendation versus university recommendation. So what will you apply for? Generally the embassy recommendation starts by April. So it by July, from April to July, by July you come to know that if you have been selected or not. So I suggest you to apply for the embassy recommendation also, because if you are selected, then you can go for further. But if you have already researched involvement, then I would suggest you to go for the university recommendation only, not the embassy recommendation. Okay, so if you have an average profile, so you can go for the embassy recommendation, and if not selected, then you can go for the university recommendation. But if you have high research interest and research involvement, then I would suggest you university recommendation. Why? These things will come later. So choosing the correct application route depends on your academic background and preparation. Excellent word or sentence. And embassy recommendation may be better if you have not yet secured a professor. So convincing a professor is not that easy. So if you failed, then you are obliged to go to the embassy recommendation. You want greater flexibility when selecting universities. If you are applying for university recommendation, maybe you will get only one chance. You will have the opportunity to deal with one professor of one university, and one option is there. But in embassy recommendation, you will get multiple universities to select. Okay, you prefer beginning the application through your country's Japanese embassy. This is another trick. So Japanese embassy, so maybe your country members are there. So I don't want to talk that much on this thing, so you can have some advantage there. However, you are applying as a research student, this kind of thing there, and university recommendation may be better if you have already a strong research proposal that I already discussed. University professor is willing to supervise your work. So this I already also discussed, and your research closely matches an existing laboratory. So what's this thing? So you need to search for or have research on the universities and their existing labs and all these things. So if what field you are working on, so if those match with the laboratories under those universities, then the probability of your getting selected will be high, very high. Okay, so this kind of thing is there. And if you intend to compete for a university nomination, as already mentioned, that they say in some cases it's very competitive, but still, like every year from Bangladesh, in research or research students, there are 40 vacancies. So 40 students get masters and PhDs MEXT Scholarship. So why not you? So you should prepare yourself accordingly. So for my case, I judged it like 40. So I need to be one of them. In this way, I think of myself. Like last year, from Bangladesh, only 3 students got ICCR scholarship in IIT Delhi. So I am one of them. So in this way, you need to think. And ICCR scholarship, I made lots of videos on ICCR scholarship. I will share the playlist of the ICCR scholarship also, so you can watch those scholarship videos also. ICCR scholarship is an excellent scholarship given by the Indian government. So every year around 3,000 students come from all around, maybe more than 120 countries. Students come from those countries to study in India with ICCR scholarship. So you can check that scholarship also. Now tips for contacting a university professor. Okay, this is very important. Again, watch out. A professional and focused email can significantly improve your chances of receiving a positive response. As I already discussed, your message should briefly explain current degree and university academic achievements. Very important. So if you had a good result in a semester, or if you got any award for your excellent academic performance, so you must mention those things. These are highly valued, you can't even imagine. Okay, so research interest, proposed research topic, why the professor's work aligns with your proposal. Again, connecting those 2 points. So this is important. And your intention to apply for the next university recommendation, this is also important. And keep the email concise, respectful and personalized. So very respectful. Japan and they respect each other very highly, they respect their works. So you need to be very respectful in your email, and concise. Don't write lots of unwanted words. Okay, and avoid sending generic messages copied to multiple professors. So you should avoid this thing. And application deadline, so look at the embassy recommendation, it's between April to July, and for the university recommendation it's November and December. So that was a guideline for the university recommendation application. And now let me show you some things. So the application criteria, okay, so eligibility or criteria, what are the fields that MEXT scholarship afford scholarships, so those field of study. So I can have you a brief view. I'll share this PDF link also. Look, in the undergraduate, so this is for the undergraduate, so there are social science, so you have this kind of sociology, literature, politics, Japanese language, all these things. And social science B, economics, business administration, other. And in natural sciences, so there are again 3 subdivisions, so A, B, C. In A there are science, mathematics, mechanical studies, mechanical engineering, naval architecture. And in civil engineering and architecture, environmental, all these things. Chemical studies, applied chemistry is there, chemical engineering there, industrial chemistry, textile engineering, agricultural studies, so lots of fisheries, forestry, food science, veterinary medicine, all these things. Actually they give scholarships to lots of fields, so you search for your field. And then let's check for the preparatory education. So these things also they have already mentioned. University education, so direct placement, qualification. Here qualification is academic background, so what should be your academic background, what should be your level of study, all these things are described here. So you should read the whole PDF thoroughly. And for the research students who are planning to study in Japan with MEXT scholarship for masters and PhD program, so what you need to do, just you should study the whole things, okay, doctoral course, masters, doctoral course, all these things, masters program, all the details are here. So I would like to request you to go through the PDF, whole PDF, and also the timeline, application documents. So what are the documents required, so all these things are here. So just read this and this will be enough for you. And for the embassy recommendation, you need to apply through your Japanese embassy in your country, okay. So this is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, so I'll share the link of this also. Then going here, you can see that Asia, Pacific, North America, Latin America, Middle East, Africa, all these things are there. I am showing you for the Asia. Then you need to click on this. Then what are the countries under this MEXT scholarship, so you will find it here. Then you need to go to Bangladesh, where, okay, however I'm not getting it right now, but I'll share the link of okay, here website of Japanese Council and Permanent Missions. Here you can see that Bangladesh, Bhutan, Australia, Canada, all these things, all of the countries listed under this with Japan, so they are here. So like I am going for the Bangladeshi, and then you can go here and scroll down a little bit and study in Japan. You can go in study in Japan, and studying in Japan, go a little bit down, and then you will see that MEXT is here. So MEXT scholarship, click on that, and then we will be directed to the MEXT scholarship. So then you will find all the links and all the things to apply for the scholarship. So this is the whole process. In this way you can apply for the MEXT scholarship, and I hope all your doubts are clear now. If you still have some doubt, so you can comment on the video. I will try to give a reply. And if the video is helpful to you, then just don't forget to subscribe and also share with your friends and close ones, okay. So all the best.